Hello, everyone. This is the next part of the Vanheim game. Got a proclamation from Marignon. Strangely, making a new prophet. Some friar guy. This is turn 6, I think. Turn 5, turn 6. So that, I'm not sure what happened. 2 battles, though. No battle with Pythium. Fortunately for him. Here we are fighting some barbarians. Just immediately rout that group. And we're able to win. We took some. Oh, not that one. We took some Huskarl casualties, but thankfully barbarians, even though they hit super duper hard, their chance to hit is not particularly great. Only 11. So Vans having very naturally high defense skill as long as they don't take the brunt of the damage. It's not really high risk. I did lose another Huskarl on a retreat, kind of sad. This is the other battle where I was running into the independents here. It's nothing, it's just shitty deer tribe, the most. What is it? Imagine naming your tribe after the quintessential prey. This post brought to you by the bear tribe or something. I do actually lose a van, so JK, just take back what I said. Deer tribe is actually large and in charge. That's bad. That's a lot of gold down the drain for that province. 65 gold per van. Pretty terrible. But that's all right. It'll pay for itself eventually. But Pythium instead decided to move down here to 205, and I'm just hiding out here in these forest trolls. So regarding the diplomatic situation, I just told Pythium now that we're neighbors, as of this turn, I said like, hey, I didn't know you were there. I lied plainly to his face, and said like, yeah, we should have peaceful relations. I did not engage in a NAP with the player because I don't want an NAP. I don't want any political red tape conflicting or constricting me from just occupying his country on demand. That said, over here there is Abyssia. I immediately signed an NAP with him because I don't want him attacking me. That would be bad. If Abyssia and Pythium teamed up to try to wipe out the elves, because just by having elves next to your nation, you're in danger. And it's very difficult to, like, if an elf nation has the initiative on you, you're in a very bad ways, just by the nature of stealthy troops. Same thing goes for, who are the other elves here? I guess Vanroos a little bit. Are these frogs stealthy? I guess not. I thought they were. Anyway, these guys? Yeah, it's the Zots that are stealthy. I guess the frogs a little bit. Definitely Nabah has stealthy troops. But without a doubt, I'm the premier elf in this lobby. So it's very dangerous to allow a Vanheim to exist. Vanheim's actually, I've sort of changed my opinion on how I felt about them when I made my tier list for the Middle Ages, where I said they were like one of the strongest nations ever. They're definitely strong, without a doubt. They're really strong, and they have some super great features. But there's other elf nations that just do what they do better. I mean, they have their roster is just, I don't know, just kind of feels a little old, not really fleshed out, like it's missing something. I can't point to what it is specifically, but Jotunheim has just a lot more tools to work with. But I suppose that's the price they pay for not being an elf nation. Maybe it's national spells. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe Vanheim doesn't have enough national spells. They have the dwarf, the dwarves of the 4 directions. Anyway, I'm just digressing here. Ind bought all the mercenaries this turn. So I have to imagine his expansion was extremely good from around this point in the game. Um, but I'm doing all right. You know, I'm going to be able to take a couple more provinces here. I'm sending a scout down here to check out this position, which I've now revealed because this province, kind of hard to tell because of the scout movement, but it does actually connect down here, as there is a port in this location, so we can get down here, which is nice. Get some control over Abyssia's Island. Have I scouted anything over here yet? I suppose not. Yeah, nothing super interesting yet. I can't even really see Pythium's dominion, just I know that it exists. Merely is all I've got. But yeah, you know, I'll be taking these provinces, and I'm trying for this one over here with the horse tribe. I'm moving in these elves to try and take it. My thinking is air shield to prevent the horse tribe archers from killing the commanders, and then just kind of deleting them, demolishing them in battle, because my defense skill will be too high. They won't be able to realistically hit me, and horse tribe have pretty good defense skill themselves, but I've got great attack stats, especially on a charge. So was not worried about that fight. My research is still nothing. I've done no research up to this point. I'm just fully focused on expanding as fast as I can, and if all goes well, I will be taking 3 provinces this next turn, which would be quite nice. And thankfully, the river here is not frozen over, so Pythium can't get in my way. I was considering walking down here to attack these lion tribe with these guys down here, but I just didn't want to risk my profit, and I wanted them to go in a direction where they could keep expanding. Whereas if they move down here and Pythium move down there, it's a pretty aggressive move right off the bat. And now I'm kind of just diverging away from where I want to go, which is I want to surround this throne and take it, and I want to be in the middle of the map because I want to have the strategic ability to influence all these various areas. There's a lot of thrones that exist on the screen right now as you see them. There's one over here, one down here, one here, one here. Where's another throne? Yeah, all the other thrones are very far away from me. Like, this one's all the way over here. I'd have to blow through the entirety of Pythium to get that one. This one is super close, very doable. This one, not really. This one's like on the other side of the damn world to get to that. I have to... Yeah, so that's pretty difficult. And these are just like never ever, you know. It's practically the other side of the map. So anyway, that was basically just my thinking, and I'm also not worried about fighting heavy cav. Vans are just stats are too good, especially when they have experience, and they're gonna get my bless, which is gonna give them even more defense skill. Really was not worried about fighting heavy cavalry in this province, but in retrospect, I think looking at it now, I probably should have moved here. Like I of course believe the justification or the cope that I just gave, but at the same time, moving here probably would have been better. It sort of does a similar thing where it puts me closer to this throne down here, but it cuts off Pythium's expansion where he's presumably going to expand to. Because he's surely not going to go for forest trolls. That would be crazy with like this tiny little slave army. He would just get annihilated. So I probably should have moved here if I still wanted a bump. Oh yeah, I think it just came back to me. The reason I didn't want to do that is because these provinces are adjacent to each other, so he knows that I just took this province, or at least he knows that I have a guy here. So it would be logical for him to assume that I could move into this province and attack him. And he could be making diplomatic moves behind the scene to deploy if that state of affairs were to happen. But we'll see what happens with the Vanheim Pythium situation. We're obviously very close neighbors, as his capitals in this province. We're merely 1, 2, 3. Well, maybe there's a better way. 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces away from each other. Somewhat close. I really do want to take these islands, though. It'd be very nice to have them. A lot of strategic mobility. Anyway, that'll be the end of this episode. Thanks for watching.